Guys, I saw Rip's video just today where he talks about taking a single strand and throwing it on drill first to make it straight and then using that to wrap. So I did that and I made a nice wrapped, you're not going to be able to get a good, totally great video of it, but so that's like a single twisted and then twisted again. And I made myself a nice little 5 wrap, I mean. I always screw up those things. But so that's it there. I think it came out really good actually. It's very even. Took like 25 minutes total to do the whole thing. Not bad at all. Those single strands are getting more and more easier to build. I'm definitely going to do a video at some point on how I do it, because I have a little bit of a technique where I see everyone put the first coil in and then wrap right on the deck. I put the first coil in and I push it all the way to the front and just lightly tighten the positive post. That gives me plenty of room to wrap. When I'm done, I just push it back. Done. Nice and easy. That's why I get through them so quickly and they come out pretty even. But that's it. So this is what it looks like. You know, it's going to do its thing. It's going to put out, you know, a ridiculous amount of vapor. But I did notice the flavor is really good. You know, I'm kind of comparing this. This is two, you know, like a double strand of 24 gauge twisted together. Kind of comparing that to 20, you know, like a single strand of 22 gauge. And the heat feels about the same, but I definitely feel like the sweeter notes kind of pop out a little more. I don't know if it's in my head or if it is because it's twisted and there's like more juice kind of in the twists. I don't know, but that's it. So, like Maestro, we're going to tailpipe, because you can't use a drip tip. It's like too restricted airflow. Like I have this one right here, which is pretty good. And I annealed it, made it like a purplish color, and it's just straight bore through. But you know, the straight bore ones, I feel like they do not restrict your airflow, but I feel like I just get tons of juice up no matter how little I drip. I've tried like pulling and then letting go and still keep pulling as the coils are cooling down, so there's less vapor kind of trapped in here and then, you know, accumulates to the drip tip and to the top cap, but I've never been totally successful with it. I have another drip tip that does have a tiny bit of reduction for, you know, higher builds than this, and I feel like that little bit of reduction actually keeps the juice in that little, where it initially reduces towards the bottom actually, and I never get juice. Even if that bottom part is like packed full of juice, I pull super hard, it never travels up. It just kind of stays down in the little reduction right at the bottom. But so I'll take a hit, and there we go. I do know it takes like a second to heat up, and I feel like it takes longer to heat up than the 22 gauge. I wonder if it's just because of how tightly wrapped it is. There's so much more metal to heat up. But once you get it going, it's really nice. So if I take like 3 back-to-back hits, the first hit might be a little bit light, and then the second and third hit just really, you know, really kick in. But here you go. And I don't know if you guys saw my other video about how I pull on a Mac mod, and what I was trying to get across was that a singer, when they're taught to breathe, they keep their chest straight and they just pull their diaphragm down. And I mean, it's the opposite. A singer's supposed to use their diaphragm and push up, you know, nicely to project their air. I'm kind of using the same thing to pull down. And with that said, too, you know, when you are taught singing, you know, they teach you to, some I've heard say it's called the by the way breath, and it's where your chest is already full and you, by the way, you know, in that little breath, by the way, when you're going to say that, and that breath comes down, your whole diaphragm pushes down. So that's what I do, and that's why if you see like how I'll even in some of those videos, I pull so hard my my nose like makes a noise, because I was trying to show you guys like how with even tight air holes you can pull super hard and keep the flavor nice. But this is the Trident wide open. Sorry, is this the Trident? The Zenith wide open. And So you get those massive clouds, and there's no curling of your body. None of that matters. It honestly doesn't matter. It really doesn't. It's not how your body works at all. So here you go again. And just massive cloud, like right out the gate, you know, as opposed to this like kind of whole body thing. It's never the same. So this is hitting wonderfully, guys. I really suggest doing a build like this. If you got a drill and you have the time, you know, it really kicks your hobby game up. And, you know, to be honest, at this point, that's all we're doing this for is hobby. You know, this is what you quit cigarettes with. You know what I mean? A tight draw tank. You know, this is actually an amazing tank. My mother quit with this, and now I have another friend who's quitting with this. Another friend before that quit with this. This same tank, man. This is the Aspire BDC. This is wonderful. I mean, I have this cranked. This goes up to 4.43 or something. I have it at like 3.8, 3.9-ish, you know. And like you get really great flavor out of those. But this is for hobby and for fun, and I really suggest anyone doing it to do it.